Hello again, 5th grade. I hope you enjoyed lesson 27. That one should have been a nice and easy one considering how amazing I've seen your writing in the past. So you're pretty familiar with those contractions with not. Now we're going to move on to lesson 28, verbs often misused. Now let's just take a careful look at the title of this section. So we should already know what these words mean, but they're misused, so they might have meanings that are similar to other verbs, or we might get a little bit confused about how exactly we're supposed to use them in each sentence. Now I want to point out something really important here. When we go through these verbs often misused, there are going to be a few things that factor into that. First, what we write in this book and how we write on essays, high school applications, professional resumes and letters. That's what's our formal language. So that is going to be what your college professors are going to expect, what your high school admissions officers are going to expect, and what we're going to help guide you to understand better. But in some cases, it might be more appropriate to use more informal language. The 6th grade right now is spending their week writing a friendly letter. That's going to use informal language that they would use to speak with their friend, or that you might use to speak with your family. Something that's a little bit more casual, sounds a little bit more like how you would say it, but is going to mean that you end up with slightly different understandings. So some of these words you're going to say, but I've always said it this way. And that's okay. It's okay to have one way that you speak and one way that you write, but we need to make sure that we understand these processes of writing so that when we're applying to high school, when we're writing our PhD thesis, when we have proposals that we're sending out for our CEOs in our professional lives, all of those need to use this formal language. So we need to become experts at it so that we can tell the difference between when we're using informal language and when we need to be using this formal language. So just keep that in mind if you get frustrated or confused in this lesson, that it's okay to say something different. We just need to make sure we're practicing how to write it. Verbs that have meanings that are related or similar can cause confusion. These include teach and learn, sit and set, and let and leave. Study the meanings of these words so that you can use them correctly. So we've got those 3 sets of words in this table. Teach is giving knowledge. I teach you the material. Learn is getting knowledge. I learn from you guys about your lives at home, about new ideas you have, and about questions that you're asking. Sit, with an I, sit, is to rest. Set is to put or place. The dogs sit in front of a hoop. The Smiths set the hoop on a high stand. So it's you are sitting versus someone else is setting something down. Let, to allow or permit. Your parents might let you have cereal for dinner. Leave, to go away from or let remain in place. Please leave the trash by the door. Please leave me alone. The Smiths leave for a dog show today. So remember, just those definitions are related, and even sometimes the words sound similar, but they have different meanings in the sentence, and so we're looking for them to be in different contexts. So for practice A, we have 3 different sections, each one practicing the difference between one of those sets of words. So we've got in the first one, teach and learn. So you need to think in each blank, what goes here? Is someone giving knowledge or is someone getting knowledge? You can blank a young dog new tricks. Am I giving the knowledge to teach the dog new tricks? Young dogs blank faster than old dogs. Now, remember, we're looking for popular sayings. We're thinking about what might make sense. Young dogs, do they give knowledge faster than old dogs? Or do they get knowledge? Do they learn faster than old dogs? Now, I think the hardest ones are going to be sit, set, and let, and leave. So for each one, for sit and set, and for let and leave, just make sure you're going back, look through the examples and see if you can match up what you're seeing in the sentence with those examples. Now, practice B is going to be a little bit trickier because you need to put it in a longer sentence, and it's all going to be a little bit jumbled up. Make sure you're looking at the parentheses, and that'll tell you which of the choices you're going to have to make. But as you go through practice A and B, again, just refer back to those examples and think about what the sentence is telling you. Is someone resting? Are they physically in a place and they are resting, or are they putting something else somewhere? So think about what your subject is and how that's acting. We're going to go over the answers tomorrow. Again, like I said at the beginning, if you feel frustrated because this isn't quite how you would say it out loud, that is okay. We're just going to practice together to really make sure that our written language, our formal language, is so amazing that we could achieve whatever we wanted to with our written communication.